So, first question is public safety. Hope City has seen a rising gang activity and reckless driving. What is your plan to improve public safety without harming civil civil, civil liberties? That.
First thing, first things first is high risk is something that we really don't need to think about right now, considering population. Um, so before I start on high risk anything, I'm going to increase patrol to a minimum of maybe 3. With reckless drivers, I'm going to increase the number of. It's going to go along with what I said with patrols, increasing it to 3. I'm going to hopefully assign units to major roadways that attract all the reckless drivers.
Anything else you want to say, Mr. Strawberry here?
That's it.
Mr. Clown, it is your time to speak. Hit the ball now.
Okay, so repeat the question again, please.
Okay, the question is public safety. Our cities has seen rising gang activity and reckless driving. What is your plan to improve public safety without harming the civil liberties?
Okay, first of all, a community that plays together stays together, right? So if a community is working together to improve things, it's going to stay together and things are going to improve. Yes, putting out the cops to enforce the laws, to patrol the city, make things safer. Yes, I agree. That's very, very good. But if a city is not united, nothing will work. So in my opinion, I feel like the city really needs to unite under community, and we need to have more events, more festivals, more carnivals, and of course more public spectacles.
Anything else, Mr. Clown?
No, that's about it for now.
On to the next question. Economy and jobs. Small businesses are struggling. How will you strengthen Hope City's economy and help entrepreneurs thrive? Mr. Strawberry Head.
First things first, I'm going to is right now, but I'm pretty sure it's in the low 40, 50, 500, $500. $500?
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah, well I'm going to majorly increase the amount of cash that a startup can have. After I do that, I'm going to meet with citizens of the community, and we can see together how well and how we can make startups come together, bring light to the situation at hand.
Anything else you have to say, Mr. Strawberry Head?
That is it.
It's your turn, Mr.
I have a question.
Yes.
Mr. Yo, what did you say about startup costs? How much is a startup cost for a business in our city?
I'm not sure. I heard that it was 500.
No, that's incorrect.
No,
it is $10,000 for a startup.
He asked how much
Okay.
does the person start out with?
How they? Oh, $500 cash, $5,000 in your bank account.
Thank you, Mr. Crackjack.
Thank you.
Okay, for business support, lower taxes for small businesses so that smaller businesses, when they start off, they'll have more money in their pockets. Grants for entertainment-based vendors, so there'll be more money coming from our government to support the small businesses and grants for entertainment-based ventures. And then incentives for night markets and street vendors. So we'll have more vendors out there that'll be on the streets For example, like we have that hot dog place called Doggy Style Hot Dogs. They'll be able to sell their hot dogs on the street, not just inside the food court. And other restaurants will be able to have food trucks. They'll be able to go back and forth from Polito to Sandy Shores to Vinewood, all the way down here to City Hall, and all over the place. Giving more money to business owners so they can thrive and provide delicious food for our great citizens of Los Santos.
Pause for 1 second. Mr. Jack,
Yes.
can you increase your voice, please?
Can I increase my voice?
Yeah,
Is this
man, you're
better?
quiet.
That's why I had to go like this. They literally get up on top
Like,
of you.
you must be speaking normal, you know? Can you shout?
I was trying to figure out what the muscle was for shout.
Okay, try your tilt up there muscle. Yeah, that'll do it.
Did it?
Oh,
No.
you're whispering.
How about now?
Go up one
You're
more.
whispering.
How about now?
Perfect.
Yeah, we're
Alright,
better.
cool. Do you need me to repeat what I said or no?
Yeah,
first-
please.
Okay. I was
Okay.
saying, okay. So I was saying about lower taxes for businesses. We lower the taxes for the small business owners so they can get more money right away, so that they can provide more food for our great citizens. We'll be able to have grants for entertainment-based ventures and incentives for night markets and street vendors. Being able to do that, we'll be able to have like doggy style hot dogs. They'll be able to have their own like street carts. We'll be able to have food trucks going all over the place from Sandy Shores to Polito to Vinewood, all the way down here to City Hall to the food court. We'll be able to have events up at Vinewood Bowl. It's all that good stuff. Especially having community around food and other businesses to support our mechanics and other jobs. We also even have a new job in town, our new business called Obsidian, and they'll be able to help as well with that. I feel it'll be a great partnership with Obsidian, be able to do something like that.
Is it all Mr. Clown?
That is it for now. Thank you.
Do any of the audience have any questions for them before I go on to the next question?
I do not.
Who is
Man,
that?
I'm really thinking. You know, I see both of you sitting here. Mr. Yo, you seem not to have a lot to say. Mr. Clown, you seem to have a lot to say.
Yes, because I love this city so much.
I'm just, I'm concerned, you know. I wanna see us go the right way. So my question is, you know, are you gonna uphold it?
Of course I will.
Well, I'm asking both of you now. Don't just shout over me.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You know, are you guys gonna? I am really asking both of you. You know, you can each answer it individually if you want. But like, are you gonna uphold this? Are you gonna work it? Are you gonna be a mayor, or are you gonna be a mayor who's, well, not really a mayor? Either one of you, whatever.
Yes, I'm going to uphold it every step that I can. My apologies. I'm going to uphold this every step that I can if I become Hope City mayor. First things first that I'm going to do if I become mayor is hopefully fix all the potholes in the road by MRPD. I know that takes out a lot of vehicles, so it's bad for us, good for the mechanics in the city, but hopefully that's one thing that I can get fixed. Another thing I can get fixed is the speed of construction in this city. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but there's construction sites that have been here for 13 years and have gone nowhere. Hopefully in my entirety of my mayoral campaign, I can get closer, one step closer to help fix up the city, you know, to the best it can be.
That's lovely. Mr. Clown?
So, in my former life, before I put my life of former crimes down, before I was a crazy lunatic. I'm still kind of crazy, and the city's crazy, and it only takes a crazy man to lead our city into brightness, into greatness. So,
Yeah.
I want to do the best for our city. Am I going to be a good mayor? I will be the best mayor I can be. hopefully I can prove myself to be that best mayor. Um, but of course, one might not trust a clown because we are crazy and we wear these weird facial things that are stuck on our faces, and we drive really weird vehicles, and we run around and do crazy stuff and drive go-karts around city and do all this crazy stuff. But yes, I really love this city. I love being a part of this city, and I want to do the best that a clown, can do for our city. Not only leading it, and of course, like Mr. Yo is saying, fixing potholes and helping businesses grow and making sure the this city can expand, not just in businesses and preventing crime, but of course making it a welcoming place for new citizens.
Wow. Yeah.
I've got a rebuttal to that. If you can mind.
Oh, I mean, please. I actually have a question for both of you again after this, if you'd like.
So going back to your crazy statement, the only craziness I've seen in this city is your ravaged group of clowns harassing the law enforcement.
Harassing? That
Yeah,
you call that harassing?
Now, I know that you've been expunged, right? But
Yes.
the videos are still out there, correct?
Yeah. They're still out
Right.
there.
So, back to what I was saying. The only craziness I've seen is Mr. Clown here and his nice little clown group running, charging at cops with,
Knives.
weapons. Now, don't get me wrong, but how are we supposed to make the city safe if the so-called clown gang is going after the people that are here to keep us safe?
Can I rebuttal his rebuttal?
Yes, you can.
Okay. So, you're talking about my past, right? Didn't you also have a criminal record in another city, sir?
Criminal record. I don't think so. No.
You did?
Alright, moderator, I think that's a bit inappropriate considering it's not this lifetime.
Chop cut, release, and erase.
Okay. Well then, if that is true, then the former crime spree that me and my brothers had should also be expunged and removed and not thought of.
But didn't that happen in this city?
Yes, it did.
Yeah, but we had to
That's
start
what I'm
fresh.
I'll give you that.
It's got you there a little bit.
But at the same time, it kind of doesn't work. Never mind.
Speak the truth.
No, I'm not worried about it. I have a very complicated question for the both of you. If we could go to that.
Okay.
Okay.
Two words.
Okay, Mr. Jack the Clown, are you prepared?
Yes. Go ahead.
How will you address the internal corruption and misuse of power within law enforcement agencies while maintaining morale and trust between command staff, frontline officers? While your stances on increasing or limiting tactical capabilities of law enforcement, SOT, air support, units? How will you
My goodness, slow down, sir.
from being misused or deployed unnecessarily, sir?
My goodness, can you
Do you need me to
slow that
replay
down,
my,
please?
Do you need me to replay my body cam so you can understand what the hell you just said?
Yes, a little
Yes,
bit, please, and thank
please.
I don't
My
even think
goodness.
the body cam just picked that up.
See, it was a lot to say, so I figured I'd say, should I say it slower?
Yes, please.
Yes.
Okay.
In like sentences.
Sorry.
Speak
Uh,
some
how-
longer.
How will you address the internal corruption and misuse of power within law enforcement agencies while maintaining morale and trust between command staff and frontline officers? What is your stance on increasing or limiting tactical capabilities of law enforcement, including SRT, air support, armored units? How would you prevent these resources from being misused or deployed unnecessarily or even abused against civilian populace?
Well, one, I'll say that I'm a reformed clown, so of course it's gonna take time for you guys to trust me, which I'm sure that's gonna take some time. I have started cooperating with with police, my last interaction with them, with the go-kart. When it comes to tactical stuff like Air Force and all this other stuff you're talking about, which there's just a lot for me to remember. Of course, there's got to be ways where we can regulate those things so that it doesn't get into the wrong hands. So the crazy madman out there don't get a hold of that stuff and start blowing stuff up and crashing planes into buildings, etc., etc. And did you say something about making sure that police are doing? What was that part of the question? Sorry. That was just a lot.
It was just yeah. It was just ensuring that we're not misusing, abusing, or deploying unnecessary units in opportune times. Meaning, a small situation wouldn't require SRU when, in some circumstance, they may send it. How would you mitigate or completely make that situation null?
Well, if I could actually go through an example when it comes to that. Brother, how long ago was it when we had our first interaction in that street where got into a fight with Officer Winchester? Do you remember that? Or was it somebody else? I don't remember who it was.
I don't believe I was there.
No, you were there because you got booked as well at that point. But somebody had saw our brother Bam Bam stab a local, and I was accused because the said police officer said that the person that they saw stab the local was wearing no shirt when we had video footage of the person actually stabbing the local was our other brother. But at the time, while we were being held in holding cells, I was accused of stabbing and killing a local. So I feel like proper training and procedure would be very important for police officers. Being trained is what I mean. Being trained correctly.
Oh, that's it? Okay. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
That kind of a related question.
Can I answer?
Oh, yeah.
Question yes first. So, my first thing is going back on the first question with high risk situations is that we only deploy SRT air support when needed. So, such as hostage situations, or you can say bank robberies, jewelry store robberies, etc. I feel like those are all SRT air response needed situations. Maybe even an occasional vehicle pursuit, foot pursuit, if you're looking for a suspect, that is maybe air support needed. SRT should be treated, I'd say, as a rare occurrence. I feel like with population the way it is right now, there's no need for SRT to be engaged at all.
Go to your kettles!
You know, there's occasionally vehicle pursuits, foot pursuits, etc. But I do feel as if we should treat SRT and any sort of other tactical response unit as a rare occurrence.
I honestly completely agree.
And going on with the corruption, I feel as if there should be, well, obviously there's someone higher than, I don't know what ranks you said. I think it was, what ranks did you say?
Ranks?
Yeah.
I don't
there no
remember
ranks
if I
in
mentioned
there?
ranks.
I don't remember either.
The question was purely how would you deal or how would you mitigate internal corruption or misuse of power within law enforcement agencies while maintaining morale and trust between command staff and frontline officers?
Okay. Well, if it's not already enacted, I'd enact a IA state law saying any corruption must go through internal affairs, along with the district attorney, just to make sure that nothing gets slid up on. Along with corruption, I feel as if we should trust whatever our command staff are doing. If it's corruption coming from our command staff, they will be dealt with appropriately.
May I say something really quick about all this? So, you were talking about like air support and all that stuff, right? I feel it'd be very appropriate if medical and the hospital will get like medevacs and stuff. It would be very important, especially with cutting down time from getting them from. Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, I agree. They should have a helicopter.
Faster helicopters if need be.
Faster helicopters. Understood. That's a good idea.
Yes.
That is the end of your answer.
Yes.
So, do you have a question? A question, Mr.
I do. Lieutenant Jim Dorn. I just
Go
want to
ahead.
follow up. You mentioned district attorney. Does that mean you have a plan on bringing in a Department of Justice?
Absolutely. I've got a 4-step plan to bring in Department of Justice. I am currently working with the one of the I don't want to say presidents, one of the governors of our Hope City to get a nice little Department of Justice going. We have a email ready to go. So if I were to be appointed as mayor, that would be my first priority to get a Department of Justice, get public defenders for been asking.
Mr. Does that Mr.
Yeah,
Dorn, does that answer your question?
Yes, it does.
So, everyone ready for the next question?
Yes.
Okay, Mr. in the back. Ooh.
So first step would be to gather public defenders. If I can't gather any, I will volunteer myself as the first public.
Go to
The
your
second step
kennel!
would be to promote DOJ as much as possible. You know, get it out there that the public defenders that are willing to volunteer their time to help the citizens when they need them. The third step would be setting up a perfect chain of command for the DOJ. You know, this goes with my district attorney concept. And the fourth step is execution. I will do my best to execute the DOJ 4-step plan as best as I can.
So, on to our next question. It's about police, EMS, public service. How will you support LSPD, BCSO, and EMS to ensure they have their tools they need? Let's go to Clambo first this time.
Okay. I'd make sure that they have the right amount of funds so that they can get the best equipment and medical service that they need to be able to do their jobs and do their jobs efficiently.
Anything else?
Nope.
Mr. Yo, it is your turn.
So, can you ask that again?
Ask the question again, please. It's about police, EMS, and public services. How will you support the LSPD, BCSO, and EMS to ensure they have the right tools for the job?
Right. So, first step is the law enforcement. They've got funding. Look at that beautiful, beautiful, beautiful car back there. I think it's a speed unit. They've got the funding that they need for vehicles. What I really would like to focus on is EMS. They need funding and they need funding. So if I were to become mayor, I would put maybe not every cent. I'd put maybe a quarter of funding and maybe even some out of my own pocket towards EMS.
Sorry, I was in my head. Did you say something yet?
You want me to Say it again. Did everyone not hear me?
I heard it.
I was splitting heads. You ready for the next question, or does anyone else
Yes,
have a
next
question?
one.
So they're
I do have a question.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit off topic, a little bit off kilter, but I think it's a good, never bad to mix things up a little. Well, for you, Mr. Yo,
Yes.
in the event of a large-scale disaster, terror threat, bomb threat, critical infrastructure attack, all of our MVPs go down, cities run amok. What command changes or emergency powers would you invoke? How would you prevent those powers from being abused as well?
Yes. So, in the event of a pretty much apocalypse,
Could happen.
I will hopefully.
Get out of the kennel.
Alright.
Go to your kennel!
I will hopefully bring down the entire force of law enforcement from PCSO, from Toledo Bay, and LSPD. Hopefully, they can all join forces and help us, mitigate anything that we may come across. I'd say criminal spree wise. Me, I will be front lines as well. Maybe not doing stuff that you guys do because that's a little too dangerous for me. I will be, working with the government, maybe the FIB, to see what we can do.
Okay. Mr. Jack, I have a completely different question for you, sir, actually.
Oh! Violence against clowns!
Well, I don't believe so. I think he was, a little itchy. So, yeah, Mr. Jack, I have a completely different question for you, sir.
Okay.
Okay, so this really goes into just, avoiding people, just essentially economy flipping, right? So, like, what mechanisms will you introduce to monitor and secure high-value economic activities? Like our trucking, our fishing, the dealerships, the mechanic shops. How will you ensure they don't turn to a monopoly or just completely destroy our economy?
I would say, first of all, probably an open free trade market where we welcome businesses to thrive. Not just the ones that we have, but we welcome ones that we don't have. That our city would need and they would flourish under and with. Like, I already believe that there is a company, like I spoke about before, Obsidian, and that's their main job is to help businesses grow and flourish. I feel like as our mayor and government here in Los Santos, that we are able to partner with such a business to bring in other businesses into our city. I believe we just have a casino also emerge in our city in Mirror Park. That would be a good way to bring a business into there. There's many opportunities for businesses in our city.
Absolutely. I think that was well said.
Thank you.
If I may, Mr. Yo, I have another question for you. Mr. Yo? Mr. Strawberry?
Mr. Man in Suits.
Mr. Yo.
If you look at the seat, you can sit down on it. Oh, okay.
Okay.
Well, that's fine. Mr. Jack, I'll ask you this question.
Okay.
Now, this is kind of two questions in one. If the city encounters a major economic shock, such as a broken job, just they're getting so much money, or maybe they're just not making really any money, maybe law enforcement, EMS is just overspending their budget, they can't keep up with, the money they're actually receiving, what immediate emergency measures would you enact to stabilize the economy without harming innocent citizens, really without taking from the people? What is your plan to secure the city funds from misuse? How would you ensure transparent spending? How would you even prevent corruption within departments that control budgets? Like our IA, our fines, our tax income, the government contracts, all that stuff. How would you really put a choke on it?
Well, I would feel like each department would be responsible for their own funds and that the government would kind of oversee that to make sure things are running smoothly if something bad were to happen, I feel like the people have the right to hold on to their money and to be able to spend the money and use their money and save the money that they have earned. There's probably other ways that we can think of as a government and work alongside with our police force and other government officials, especially when we have the Department of Justice and we were able to bring other people in here as well that can help make sure things run smoothly and that the citizens don't lose their life savings because of something drastic happens in our city. Yes. That would be crazy.
That was
My
good.
apologies, I am back.
Oh, Mr. Yo, wonderful. Mr. Jack, thank you. That was terrific.
Yeah.
Mr. Yo, I have a completely different question from before.
Go ahead.
Okay. This is kind of two questions in one. What strategies will you implement to protect small businesses from being raided by large corporations, or even just rich people who would dominate the entire market? How will you secure fair access to essential goods like our fuel, our vehicles, our food, our common tools and ingredients just for businesses to function? Really, how would you control the city's economic health? Isn't it just controlled by a few?
Right. So, to start off with the food, etc. Food markets, which we can see in the back of the city hall at the entrance. I hope to introduce food markets. So businesses like any restaurants can get their ingredients at a cheaper rate than going to the general store for merchandising. Fuel costs, they're pretty low, so we're not. I don't really think fuel costs are that bad. I just paid $47 to get a full tank, which probably needs to be raised just a little bit. What was the first part of that question? It was large businesses. Okay. So first things first.
How would you stop those big corporations from just kind of consuming the smaller companies, pushing them away?
Right. So what I would do is I would create like a firewall insurance for small businesses or small corporations trying to grow in the city. I would put my personal investments into that small business just in case, because right now can't really, like, the rich, they can't be stopped, right? They're always going to dominate in anything that they do because they have more money or they're really knowledgeable. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to slow down any of the taxes impending on small businesses, like Mr. Clown here stated in his first question. I'm going to either de-tax small businesses or just lower the taxes.
I love to hear it. Thank you.
Any other questions to ask them? I think that is no then for your next question. Let me see.
Sir, are you okay?
Luke,
You good,
you hear me?
man?
Do you hear me?
Yeah. What's wrong with you?
Nothing.
Oh,
Did you hear the question I was asking?
No.
hell no.
So the next question is about infrastructure and city improvement. Citizens complain about broken roads, slow repairs, and lack of public transportation. What is your plan to fix the city? Mr. Yo. He's not here, is he?
Son of a bitch.
Mr. Chak, your turn. We'll come back to Mr. Yo when he's back in his head.
Okay. Can you repeat the question, sir?
I'm going to pull my hair out if I have any hair left. It's about infrastructure and city improvement. Citizens complain about broken roads, slow repairs, and lack of public transportation. What is your plan to fix the city? Now go, Mr. Jack.
Okay. Like Mr. Yo said, yeah, we have potholes, especially near MSPD or MRPD. Sorry. Fixing those would probably be a priority. We have that big construction site as well, as Mr. Yo said, across the street from Uru. Having something built there would be great. So fixing that, making sure we have repairs done on our bridges and highways, making sure that seeing if we could set up like different things like speed, like maybe like speed monitoring on our highways so that people are going the actual limit or speed limit. Other things, maybe doing more colors on city buses, maybe a rooftop garden on every skyscraper, and all around infrastructure, improving maybe our sewer system, maybe getting that looked at to make sure we have no alligators and stuff in our sewer systems, stuff like that. Yes.
Glitch in the back.
Welcome back.
I did hear the question before.
It's your time, Mr. Yo.
So first things first is the potholes in the roads. You know, they're a really big problem. The roads may even be the problem that some citizens face why they can't drive, which probably isn't the real reason. But I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt. About transportation, hopefully I'm gonna add bus routes. You know, bus routes to everyone who can't afford a vehicle, a bike, etc. They can do public transportation. Also, I want street lights fixed so we can see better at nighttime, which might improve visibility to some of the drivers. And that's about it. You know, there's no time to wait, you know, for people to fix the city. We gotta speed up construction.
Anyone want to ask the question about this one?
Can I rebuttal that answer?
Yes, you can. Mr.
Okay.
Jack.
You're saying you're gonna do all these things, right, for our great city. Can you explain what exactly you're gonna do to make these things happen? I think he's in. Oh, okay.
Yes. So, first things first is adding bus routes. I'm going to talk with DOT to see if we can get something going with that. A nice little partnership. I will pay out of pocket for that, so people don't have to pay for public transportation. Just for a little bit, you know, until we can get a successful line going for transportation. Speed up construction. I'm going to attempt to hire more construction companies to see if they can get along. Everyone knows if you're going to that some construction sites, they don't really work well together, but they all want money at the end of the day. So you offer more money, they're basically gonna do anything, you know. So hopefully they all get along, and if they don't, we will find another route.
So that answers your question.
Yes. Thank you.
Anyone else have a question for them before we go on to the next question? I think that is a no. The next question is about community and dynamics. How will you make Hope City more welcoming to new residents and role players? Mr. Yo. Mr. Yo.
Oh, lay down! I think he's in the strawberry hedge.
Mr. Jack.
Yeah, can you repeat it? I lost half of that. Sorry. Can you yell, please?
Yeah. Oh.
Oh,
What about now?
Yeah, yeah.
So, community and dynamics. How will you make Hope City more welcoming to new residents and role players?
Okay, give me 1 second. I gotta think on that one. Hold on.
You're good.
Okay. First of all, for community, having more events, festivals, carnivals, having legal street performance zones, more rooftop access for couriers, messengers, and parkour groups. Being able to bring communities together, doing community events, maybe even bringing in job fairs so that all the businesses in our city, even LSPD, BCSO, and even EMS can hire other people that are looking for work as well. So bringing the community together, doing events, even maybe bringing the circus in and entertaining our wonderful citizens by doing circus tricks and riding on elephants, doing all that kind of thing. Yeah.
Anyone want to ask him a question while we're on this topic? Mr. Talon? Here right now.
I am.
Dorn, you want any questions? Who else over here said I'm here? Mr. Clown, would you have any questions for him?
No.
I can also add on to something really quick, especially when it comes to my campaign promises. The free cookies at every town hall meeting. So stuff like this, you all get free cookies. Public clown college scholarships. A festival every Friday, whether the city wants it or not. So free parties, free food, all that good stuff.
Now we just wait for Mr.